Alright, what's good guys, Fuffin here. And we have got TeamFight Tactics, patch 11.5, patch rundown. So, on my stream earlier this morning, I had actually done a little bit of a react video to the earlier iteration of the patch notes, but now we're going to have the actual video. So, if you missed it, no biggie, but if you want to catch those, be sure to subscribe, and you can catch them when I stream them here on YouTube in the morning EST. So, looking at this, we have buffs to Lulu, Vigar, Diana, Yone, Nasus, Nidalee, Static Shiv, and Trapclaw. Nerfs to Vanguard Keeper, Janna, Sejuani, Sivir, and Deathblade. And then Samira has an adjustment. So, I've already seen a lot of the notes. I don't know if there's any additional changes, but I guess we'll find out. So, debuffs are getting slightly changed. I'm not entirely sure what this means. So, I mean, to my understanding, this just means that, like, Swain with Morello doesn't do anything anymore. So, it's kind of whatever. And I'm sorry if you can hear something in the background. So, what this just means is that there's debuffs that are just a little bit less good. It's going to be really iffy. I don't really know if it changes that much, but I guess we will find out. The chosen odds are getting changed. This is cool because, like, hitting the levels, like, the 4 costs was kind of, like, shitty. And I guess this just makes it a little bit more high roll. It's going to be more shitty when it happens, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm always a proponent of letting everybody have a high chance of getting it, but at level 7 it's probably just too low. Right now the current meta is more so leaning toward like level 6 rolling to get a 3 cost chosen. But with this, I mean, it's probably just going level 7 anyway. So, Sleeper OP has now been put to sleep. Okay, so Keeper Shield. Going down at the 6-piece trait. So, if you didn't already know, there's been a cannon build that's been pretty good. This is just going to reduce it in the late game. So, it's still going to be fine to run early. Just a little bit less good late. And then the Vanguard trait. I think Vanguards are still going to be the strongest thing here. I think that the magic resist is going to hurt a little bit, but it should be fine. The champions and the Vanguard pieces are pretty decent, all things considered. Pretty sure Diana has to be in every patch. Okay. Diana is getting a little bit of a buff. This actually looks like a little bit... I could be wrong, but this looks like a little bit less than the changes from before. But good. Diana is probably the worst champion in the game right now. And I definitely think that it's probably fine to be doing these changes. The Nasus changes are also kind of like whatever. Nasus is pretty decent as a transition unit, but past that, he's kind of useless. We have Nidalee's mana going down. I don't think this really does that much. Nidalee's still kind of okay. It just means that the sharpshooter transition is going to be a whole lot better now. Yasuo's just getting back some of his damage that was taken off before. Duelists suck right now, so now it's a little bit better. Janna is getting some much needed nerfs. I run Janna every game. Every single game. She's very good, and I think that she's still going to be good, especially at level 1. There's no changes. So level 2 Janna is just going to be slightly less good. It's that the comps that can fit Janna in the early game are like the teams that you can play her in are just way too strong. Because of like what she can offer in terms of value. Lulu is getting a slight adjustment. I don't know exactly the math on this, if it's going to be significant enough, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. Akali is getting some buffs. Akali early is really just about the only thing that you play her with. So I guess we'll see if this makes her good. I guess kind of iffy right now. I still like Akali early game if you have to slam an IE. Sivir is getting a nerf at level 3. This is very, very needed. Sivir is very good. So now it's going to be a little bit less, but it's still going to be completely fine. 350 attack damage, come on now. Vigar, Dark Blossom damage going up at all levels. Expect to see some Vigars again, just because like the whole Elderwood comp is not like bad right now. It's just that there's a bunch of stuff that's a whole lot stronger, and now all the things that have been stronger are getting nerfed down, and well, when you nerf one thing down, everything else becomes a little bit stronger, so now you're making this stronger too. So a Soul is now properly interacting with Trap Claw. Trap Claw is a little bit better, so it's a little bit. It's kind of whatever. These changes don't really mean much, except for now Aurelion Soul's affected by Trap Claw, so this is sort of counteracting the mage trait changes. You can just kind of see now that like going 6 or 7 mages is probably not the way you want to do it. Now you want to almost exclusively go Elderwood. Samira monster with Deathblade, but lacks the ability to pull the trigger without it. Okay, the change that I really wanted to talk about. Basically, if you watch my streams, Samira is absolutely useless without like Runon's Deathblade. So they're trying to kind of reel that in a little bit. Hopefully it's better, but I'll honestly have to test these out. So it's really hard to say. This probably might just go back to like Hand of Justice, Runon's, and whatever you call it, Last Whisper again, or GA meta like that. So I think that Samira is going to be a little bit better for the late game, and not so dependent on slamming Deathblade, because once you slam Deathblade, you're pretty much saying you're going Olaf or Samira. You might be able to fit in Talon. And then Yone, this is going to be a decent change for a couple of reasons. I think that blue buff is still probably going to be completely fine. And I think that things like Hand of Justice are still going to be good. Realistically, you're probably going to replace your blue buff with, I don't even know. I remember I had something for when this first came out, and then I forgot about it. But you could realistically go for something around the lines of, like, Morello, Gunblade. Gunblade probably be really good, in addition to Hand of Justice. So that's probably what I'd see in case of this. Or alternatively, like, one thing I'm probably going to try out is Ginsu's Rageblade, or Duelist Spat. So I think that Yone is going to be really good in a lot of comps now. And I personally love playing him, and I'm going to be really excited to see what other routes I can come up with this. So again, if you want to watch the streams, come hop in, come join in, come watch me playtest this. Deathblade getting knocked down. Deathblade's very, very strong. If you get Deathblade early, you pretty much win the early game. Static Shiv, you now have... I mean, this one's kind of like an okay change. I don't know, I'll have to see. Because Static Shiv is kind of something that you could still slam early and it'll be strong. I don't know if this makes it as strong as like Deathblade's start, but I guess we'll see. Trap Claw's missile now travels significantly faster. Alright, Trap Claw now counters Aurelion Soul. Yeah, okay, so cool. Yeah. Trap Claw seems like it's gonna be a little bit better. This just means that you probably don't go for Chain Vest as much as you normally would, but this just, okay. This will solidify Crit Glove is probably the best starting item now. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So, disabled sell hotkey on PC round 1, no more selling your unit, losing the minions, even though there are people too, there's no shame in it. Okay, whatever. Cool. Excluded target dummy from army interfaces in both game and at the end screen. Okay, whatever. Shop is now properly disabled during carousel rounds. Shop is now properly disabled during carousel rounds. I don't like this. I don't like this for a couple reasons. Like, I've accidentally bought things before, but you can train yourself out of it. That's not something that's, like, super... Like, this is something that, I'm sorry, if you have done this mistake enough times to warrant complaining about it, you need to stop. And you need to just learn how to fucking, like, get over it. Because, like, this prevents you from actually buying things during the shop, which I thought would actually be a whole lot better. But I mean, I made this mistake plenty of fucking times. But like, come on, like, I think if you fuck up like that, it's kind of on you. You just need to train your muscle memory out of doing that, and then yeah. But I think like this sort of babying, like the first one's cool. First one, whatever. This happened so little that it didn't matter, but this could happen a lot, and I think that, you know, this makes sense. This makes sense as to why I couldn't have bought a bunch of things when I was waiting to, because apparently these changes, no, these first two changes. No, okay, yeah. So this one actually has shipped as well. So this makes sense as to how I haven't been able to pull off some things. I wish that this would have been transparent when it would have released, because not knowing that information has actually cost me a lot of stuff in my games. But I mean, you've heard it here now. Don't try to buy anything while you're in the carousel, because now it's properly disabled, and I thought it was a feature to not be disabled, but I was wrong. Bugs. J4 casts a spell better with mage. Cool. Multiple copies of Callista are on the board. They will no longer fail to execute a target if Callista landed on the first spear dies. So, this is something that I've talked about since the beginning of set 4. In like patch 1019 or whenever this fucking set dropped. If you had two Callistas, they wouldn't use each other's spears. So now, finally, with like a month left in the set, we're finally getting this fixed. So, thank fucking God. And if Callista's in the next thing, I hope that this bug doesn't happen again, because this was super fucking unfun to be playing with. But I'm happy that it's finally getting changed, and now you can run like double Callista and not feel fucking awful about it. Fix a bug where Galio would sometimes not land on the larger cluster. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Tryndamyr's Spinning Splash could benefit basic attack, so nerf to Tryndamyr with Runons. If the player surrendered. This fucking bug. So, I hope that this isn't just with the trait item. I hope that this is with, like, everything. So, basically, there were a couple times all the way back in set 3.5 when I was running the Piba comp, the all legendary variation, in 3.5. Where basically you just couldn't. You would buy. I would buy Aurelion Soul and he'd have mage, or not mage. He'd have Protector Spat without the Protector Spat item. So, I hope that this is the bug that they are specifically talking about. And I hope that this is also like I bought a Chosen Swain. It is one of my most recent actual videos that is not a live stream recap on my channel. It's just Mage Swain Chosen. I get a Siphoner Chosen, Mage Swain, or my Siphoner Chosen, and instead of having the Siphoner trait chosen, it has a 2 out of 3 Mage. So, or 1 out of 3, I don't remember. But regardless, this is a bug that's been affecting the game for a very long time, and I hope that this is completely resolved, because I was under the assumption that this was also changed early in set 4, but I was mistaken then, and I was under the assumption for a very long time that it was fixed, but up until the last couple patches I've been seeing it again, so hopefully then it's not like going to be an issue anymore. So okay. John won that once again, belly bop, cool. We're aware. I don't know what this means. I feel like this last one is a joke. I feel like it's a fucking meme. I don't know what this last one is. If I find any information, I'll update it in the description, or I'll pin a comment. If you know what it is, please let me know so I can pin your comment. I don't understand what this is, and I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, that'll be it. I'm going to start playtesting ASAP. You're going to see this video on, I believe it's like Tuesday night right now. So roughly like 12-ish hours. After this video is out, I'll be streaming and playtesting. So I hope to see you guys there. At least I think this comes out tonight. If it doesn't, I'll still be streaming. I'm really looking forward to this. This last patch has been really hit or miss, but I think that this patch could really, really do a lot of good for the game. So, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you want to subscribe, I'm not going to stop you. And if you want to like the video, right now, I will give you absolutely nothing for doing it, but I always appreciate the gesture. Anyway, that'll be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have some good games. So, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, peace.